Hello everyone and welcome back to Blackjack. I don't know if this is where it's going to end. I should make a little change, shouldn't I? This is mostly what I wore in the game, right? If we're gonna see a certain someone, maybe. Okay, how do I just... Yes, there. We might as well meet with the, This person is supposed to be waiting for us in the entrance, right? The blue-suited man? Well, it's not Cyrano. He has a white suit despite being blue-themed. Just gonna keep fucking bragging. Okay, I legit don't remember where the blue-suited man is this. Oh, just look at the color of your jib. You must be the one everyone's talking about. Yeah, the Paladin exchange student, Blackjack, and my name's not Snacksworth. So you call me Snacksworth. I do love to see the youngsters putting some real effort into self-improvement. Shows the kids who really give their all to the old BBQs are one of snacks. These snacks are may make a very special treats made just to taste of certain Pokemon. With one of my snacks, blah 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 blah. You have nothing to do with the actual storyline, do you? Is that really who I was supposed to be meeting with? Is that the blue-suited man? Normal Stellar. Amazing stats. Level 85. Nice little earrings. Terra Starstorm. Can you just tell me what the moves do? Looks like I've got to heal everything up first. Wait, did I seriously not heal up? Since I... Okay. Please tell me the blue-suited man is not who I was supposed to be meeting. That idiot just talking about snacks. Blackjack. Blackjack. You have my thanks for all you have done to help the League Club and to help Kyrian. Once he became champion, Kyrian withdrew himself entirely from our ranking system. Though I consider this somewhat sad, it is not as if he and I can no longer meet. More than anything, I'm glad he seems to be acting like his former self once more. So he's acting like an entitled little brat? Indeed. I have been swept up in joy to such an extent that I prepared a tremendous amount of the flight-enabling supplement used in my trial. Please feed your Agius an appropriate portion of it whenever you wish to fly. What? You want to fly right now? Please, slow down. The supplement was never meant to be eaten in such large... Miraidon will be able to fly now! Wonderful! It would seem your Agius has powered up somehow. From the looks of it, I would guess that it has gained the power to fly whenever you wish it to. Please do not do so indoors, other than the terrarium, of course. Well, I suppose this is an acceptable outcome. As it happens, there is a super hard course for my flying time trial. You may attempt it upon clearing the hard course. Feel free to do so when you are ready. time for me to go. So long, then. I met a robot who is less robotic than you. Okay. Okay, what's he gonna tell me? Ah. There you are, Blackjack. Just the person I was looking for. We just talked out on the plaza. I heard the news. You're the new BB League champion, am I right? You were like 30 feet from me when I got that title? I'll admit it, I'm blown away. Inviting you to this academy was the best decision I made recently. So, now that you've had some time to get comfortable here, how do you find Blueberry Academy? Are you having fun? No. So, eh? I'm sure you mean it so great, right? Anyway, there's a small favor I'd like to ask of you, Blackjack. You see, the whole academy's become so much more lively and energetic since you came here. That got me thinking, maybe we should have even more people come visit from Baldea. Have them come as special coaches or something. You know a lot of people, right? You got lots of friends and everything. I mean, like, teachers from your school, gym leaders, that sort of thing. Oh, and any strong friends of yours are also welcome here. Spoken like a true champion. I knew you were the right person to ask. Can you help me in getting my strongest friend? He's kind of lost. You can use the club room computer to contact anyone you want to invite. Oh, it'll cost BP. We'll need to pay for their trip and such. Here's something to get you started. Well, I mean, when your school makes its own crypto, you can basically do whatever you want. I think I'll arrange for the special coaches to stay in this club room when they're not teaching. You should have a chat with them while they're here. No, I'll leave it to you. Enjoy. Okay, can have a max of 2 visitors over at a time. I'm really not interested in anything you guys have to say. What? Why did that happen? Oh no, I wanted... Oh, I guess I have to go outside for that, huh? I know I can just go straight to the pool, but I don't want to go to the pool first. I want to, you know, work my way up there. I hope this is what I can unlock. I hope I can do this now and... Gonna go up the mountain. And hopefully we're gonna meet someone important. I hope this is when he can do it, because otherwise I don't know when. Unless it's part of the epilogue that's coming out, you know, next month, next year, couple weeks. Come on. Come on, Sandwich Beast. Keep going. My heart is kind of in my throat right now. Slugma lava, I just pick it up, huh? Come on. Come on. I don't want a mass outbreak of wild Qingling. Oh. It never did get healed. But here's... I'm feeling really weird.
Tell me.
Well now, this is a curious development. Have I somehow broken through the boundaries of space-time? And who are you? What's that you say? You thought I was some robot imbued with an AI personality? Oh, now that's an idea. If I could create such a thing, it would be quite helpful. I'm Professor Turo. I research Pokemon in Area Zero, and yet... What? This Pokemon, is this the Iron Serpent? Is that right? So its name is Miraidon. That's a good name. The clues you've already given, never let slip, I suppose I would have to conclude, from my perspective, this must be the future. Though, of course, the complexities of space-time are beyond count. It's possible that our encounter might not even be occurring in a timeline connected to my own. Perhaps this meeting is nothing more than a fleeting miracle. Oh, trust me, you have no idea! Why don't we exchange what as much useful data as we can in what little time that fate has gifted us? God, he has such expressive eyes. No, you're not gonna disappear again! I'm gonna get a picture of the two of you. No. Why can't I take a step back while I have the camera out? So he hasn't made the AI yet. Which means that the AI would remember this. Listen, I can't change what happened, because if I did, we wouldn't be meeting here like this, would we? Not with our mutual friend here. But something really bad is going to happen. And even that's going to happen after you do some really bad things. I want to know about Paradise. I want to know why you thought it was justified. Is there anything that you would like to ask me? Oh, you should know about my private life. I do have family, a son. He's probably at home right now. Well, no, I suppose right now could be inaccurate. Wherever, whenever he is, I imagine he must be quite lonely. Is there anything else you wish to ask me? I'm researching methods to catch Pokemon that live in different timelines, so that I might transport them to the present day in my own timeline. Sounds fantastical, no doubt, but I have drafted plans now for a machine that may achieve it. So he's from even before he met Miraidon. He's from, like, before Arvin was born. But he knows that Arvin is around. Did he always know that he was going to abandon his son? So he did make the machine, though. That's always been a suspicion of mine, that he didn't and only figured out how to get it working. See, this book captured my imagination, and I read as a child. It has never let go. Progress has been slow and beset by failures. I haven't left my lab in quite some time now. At what point did he put the book back in the lab in the lighthouse? I desperately hope that I might glean some new insight from this conversation so I can finally make some progress and return home. Is there anything else you wish to ask me? I don't precisely know the cause. I was analyzing some recent data in my secret lab one moment, and the next I was standing here before you. Perhaps this is the influence of the crystal Pokémon that lies dormant in that place. Perhaps the cause lies within you and I. Let us trade places in this exchange. I say the time has come for my own questions. What is this place? It doesn't appear to be anywhere in Paldea. This here is the crystal pool. So we're at Kitakami's crystal pool, eh? I remember reading about it in certain texts. It's said to be a place where water wells up from the ground imbued with terrestrial energy. If this is your entire reason for... This is your entire research, I'm amazed you've never actually been here. It seems that I've shifted quite far in both space and time. My next question, then. That Pokemon you have, the Iron Serpent, I mean Miraidon. Tell me more about it. Yes. Well, your personal attachment to the creature has no meaningful relevance to the... Oh, forgive me. Perhaps that was rude. Yeah. That book you have there, I don't recognize its cover. What is it? The Hidden Treasure of Area Zero. Would you let me see it for just a moment? Descriptions of the Area Zero underdepths, and a record of Terabagos' awakening. Who is this Briar to have written such a work? Now, isn't that something? A descendant of the author of the original Violet book. Exploration runs in the family, I see. Yeah, she's also a complete idiot, and I wouldn't trust her to make a sandwich. Much less run an exploration. At any rate, that is a book that would ignite the imagination of any true scientist. So I need to tell her not to publish it to prevent your kind of douchebaggery from happening in the future. Is that what you're telling me? I'm sorry, but I simply must have the time to read this book more thoroughly. Oh. The mist is closing in once again. I assume that means our time is near its end.
Yeah.
I wish I could spend longer getting to know the Iron Serpent, but I must hurry. That book, I imagine it must be quite valuable. It wouldn't feel right for me to claim it without offering you any recompense. In exchange, then, I hate to part with something so precious to me. Would you consider trading me that book for my copy of the Violet book? No. Please, you must reconsider. For a stubborn bastard, and that's... Well, no, being a stubborn bastard isn't what gets him killed. It's what drove everyone away from him and isolated him to the point where he would get killed, so... And it listed as new. I appreciate this more than you can imagine. Perhaps I should take this chance to go home and enjoy a bit of downtime with a good book. This is where we part, fellow adventurer and Iron Serpent. How lucky we were to meet across space and time. I bid you adieu. He doesn't do the hand gesture, though. Oh god, no. All this time I've said the book is with our dear friend. We should never have this. How did it get back to Arvin's house? How did it get back to the lighthouse in the past? We didn't put it there. It was sitting on the shelf. Unless it is, of course, just flat out from another timeline and he's just... Arvin, I need to talk to you right now. That the Violet book? Did you borrow the copy in the entrance hall? Of course you did. That book holds a lot of memories for us, little buddy. Arvin, you don't understand. I can't even tell him. Weirdly enough, though, this does make me feel a little better. That the AI is somewhere safe, you know? The thing that had worried me more than anything was thinking that they just stopped existing or something when they went through the machine, but... if it goes to somewhere else, like a set other place... you know, it's funny. I just... The today's novelty shirt is something that I think the playthrough of this game has shown. Love hurts. It just... he had a vision. The AI would have known us. That's why he trusted us. Turo would have thought that that book was a linchpin to his machine and programmed it so that it could never... he thought it didn't exist anymore, so programming it to his copy... how would that have even made sense? He would have had to do that previously. I'm gonna have to go through this scene a whole bunch. If he hinged the security of the machine on a book that he didn't think existed in the same timeline anymore, but then it was by taking the book and the AI's programming through the machine that severed their connection, but the book had already stopped existing in that timeline. Arvin, I couldn't change the past. I couldn't change the past. I couldn't tell him what would happen. I couldn't tell him to go home to you. I just don't understand the timeline. He didn't know who Miraidon was. But Miraidon is something he knew about from the time Arvin was born. The other... He had that machine, unless... Arvin wasn't the other miracle, was he? Arvin was not the other miracle in the professor's journal. Arvin wasn't the other miracle. The professor's voyage there was the other miracle. I'm bringing up Bulbapedia here. Actually, no, it's not Violet Book. Why did I look up Violet Book? Area Zero Journals, that's what it is. Although, no, wait, no, there is, I was expecting one new life to treasure, but what fortune to be blessed with this gift as well. Okay, so it's not that, then. So this has to be constantly shifting. Like, even if that was the Turo from our world, did he go to another one? I don't know. Like, it's just similar enough that no one would notice. I don't know. Yeah. Talks about the creation of terrestrialization, the funding, resuming research to Zero Lab. Then the time machine yields the Paradox Dragon, and I was expecting one new life to treasure, but what fortune to be blessed with this gift as well. So yeah, that would have been around the same time Arvin was. And then more and more future Pokemon, so close to creating a world like the one in the book, a paradise where we three can live happily forever. I must make it real. Which assumes that it's much later than the previous entry. Even though both of those were found in Research Station 3. And then, Research Station 4, I need more people, more time. That woman walked out not long after the boy was born. Which tells me that the second journal in Research Station 3 just didn't mention Sada leaving. I need another set of hands because they'd be trusted. Now, when would it take them to even understand? If only there were two of me. I would tend to think he was already considering it, and then we mentioned the AI, and he was just like, oh, yeah, oh, great. So I'm assuming that our comment, but no, because he already knew Miraidon at that point. Which would have to make it between the journals in Station 2 and 3. Which would have to be before Arven was born. But he already knows who Arven is to the... Like, he knows he has a son. Does not mention that woman leaving. But, you know, obviously that's already happened because the only family he lists is his son. So that had to have already happened. Of course, if all of this is in some sort of weird time loop, that could explain why these don't seem to make chronological sense. So if he knows Arven is lonely, he's either already completely abandoned Arven, or... Well, no, he couldn't have completely abandoned Arven because he has to take the book back to the house. But then, yeah, he just... I guess... I'm guessing at this point, he knows Arven's just going to be alone, that he's just going to throw himself in his research for years. He already has that in mind. He already has that in mind. He knew he was going to end up abandoning his son. Arven, I am so goddamn sorry. Kind of wanted to just push him in, you know? We went down in that crater to punch your dad in the face, right? Yeah, it's funny. It says, I found myself transported to a great height near a lake that smelled of sulfur. Based on temperature and humidity, I believe it to have been the eastern lands I've read about before. We told him where it was. The third journal entry in the Area Zero Under Depths describes the events that occur if the player character brings Terapagos to the Crystal Polygatami, where the still alive professor will be transported from earlier in time and discuss Terapagos, Area Zero, Koraidon, Miraidon, Arven, and AI robots, which may suggest the steps the professor took while researching Area Zero may have been affected by the player influencing the past. But something we didn't affect that I really wish we could have. Telling him, you gotta go spend time with your son. I'm sorry, Arven. I couldn't save your father. And whatever I did, he seemed like he already knew that he was going to go down that path. He didn't deserve to die, Arvin, but he already knew when you were little that he was going to abandon you. And I'm really sorry. He even thought about going home. I don't know if he did. Maybe in some other timeline, he went back and you had the white book to look through. Maybe he would just tell you about this violet book and he would treasure this miraculous violet book, this miraculous white book that he got from another world. Who even knows? I'm sorry, I couldn't help you, Arvin. And I'm sorry I couldn't help your father. But hey, at least the AI's okay, right?